All right, welcome back to the podcast, Two Protects One, and we're coming back with another reaction. This time around, okay, I'm talking about Stranger Things. I'm talking about the Stranger Things series finale. But overall, I kind of want to talk a little bit about season five in general. I almost gave up on this show, and I'll say this. Um, After season two, I thought season two was good. I thought season three was good. Okay. I almost gave up on it because of all the BS that the actors and actresses were doing, the messages that were being pushed in Stranger Things, and I thought it was just overall gay and weird. Okay. But once I start watching a show and I start investing in a show, I want to see it all the way through. So when they announced, I think it was like halfway through season four that they were going to be done with it with season five. And I'm sitting there thinking, like, okay, I'm going to see this thing all the way through and I'm going to see what they do with the character development. I'm going to see what they do with the overall storyline, the plot, how they wrap this thing all up. And I can honestly say, after watching the series finale last night, it was terrible. Okay, it was terrible. I didn't like it. I thought and just for spoiler alerts, if you don't want the spoilers, don't watch this right now because I'm going to give you some spoilers to the last episode. Okay, it was a 2-hour episode. All right. The beginning of the episode, they're all plotting and like they have this plan, and I can't remember what it was called, Operation Button Up or some bullshit. Paperclip, Operation Paperclip. No, I'm just kidding. That's not it. But you should research Operation Paperclip. Some kind of operation. They had this plan where they were, some of them were gonna go. Some of them were gonna stay on Earth. Some of them were going to the upside down world, and then some of them were going to like Vecna's area. I don't know, the upside down world. I don't know. But they're all going. They were all splitting up, going to 3 different places, and then they were all gonna. You had Max, and you had Elle, and you had Elle's sister, which I don't remember that girl's name. She's pretty insignificant, in my opinion, to the whole storyline. I just thought she was a terrible character. It was supposed to be Elle's sister. I don't know. That was stupid. And I know she's been around since like season 2, but overall, I thought was a bad character. They should have killed her off like a long time ago. But they all come up with this plan, and it's like, it just seemed all too like convenient. There was some snags along the line or along the way, and like there was some stuff that happened. But I felt like overall taking that whole Vecna storyline, the mind flares, and like the whole like it was almost like a alien invasion type of demons. Taking that and like wrapping it all up within the first hour just seemed cheap and really really rushed, in my opinion. They made Vecna look terrible. Now, me personally, I didn't think it was a good idea to initially put Vecna in the show in season 4. I thought it didn't really need like an overall like villain, and I felt like that's what they did. I felt like they should have made it more geared towards like just like an alien invasion. Okay, like aliens come up with this, this type of technology, and like they took over the government, and they like took over a section of the government and like warped these kids' minds. But instead, they made it into like some kind of, I don't know. I don't know what they did with it. It just didn't seem good. I felt like the storyline overall, and I'm sure I'm missing shit from like season 3 and 4 and stuff like that. Season 5, I just felt like the character development was terrible. They took Nancy, which in the first season, Nancy was like some dumb high school girl that wasn't good at like anything. She was just like a or she was like she wrote news articles for the fucking high school news magazine. Okay, and then they turned her by season 5. She was fucking Rambo. Okay, and I remember there was this one section of it, and and I just want to pull up like season. I'm gonna pull up season 1. I'm gonna pull up season 1 Nancy, and I'm gonna show you the difference between season 1 Nancy and season 5 Nancy. Okay, so this is season 1 Nancy. Oh, whoops! Hold on, let me try to pull it up because I just think it's pretty. I just think it's pretty like typical of what they do with like innocent, feminine white girls, and then they try to turn them into a fucking boss bitch. And all of a sudden she's Rambo, and she's like one upping all the fucking men, and all of a sudden she's like a marksman, like she's been in the military for years, and she's like the shit, bro. She is the superhero of the freaking show. So give me 1 second and I'll show you what I'm talking about. So this is season 1 Nancy. Alright? And as you can tell here, typical, feminine white girl, and then I'll show you season 5. Give me 1 second. Because I believe they completely turned her into a feminist. And it was just terrible, dude. It was terrible. Overall optics. I just felt like it was like they took her and Jonathan's story, which it kind of seemed like in season, I think 4, that she was going to get back with Steve, and then like that kind of fell apart, and then she was like with Jonathan, and like if you go back to season 5, episode 7, like Nancy and Jonathan are stuck in this building in the Upside Down, and like they shot this thing in the sky. I can't remember what the fuck it was, but like the building was melting. Okay, the building was melting, and they were stuck in this room together, and apparently Jonathan was thinking about proposing, and they had like this big dialogue back and forth between each other, and it was like a dialogue that emasculates men. It was like, I was going to ask you to marry me, but I'm seeing that you're not the type that wants to get married and have kids, and you want a career, and you're this boss bitch, and actually, matter of fact, you're fucking Rambo. And it's like, what the fuck are we looking at, or what the fuck are we doing? And then this is what you get. You get this. All right, she's probably not even 5 foot. She's maybe 100 pounds soaking wet, and she's carrying like 4 or 5 guns into the upside down to fight a fucking 200-foot tall fucking alien. Okay, give me a break. And I understand it doesn't need to be like super realistic, but it's like, yeah, can we please focus on in my opinion, the main characters, which are the kids, which is, Mike, Will, Dustin, and Lucas. Okay, those are your 4 main characters in my opinion. And I have my gripes with Will. Okay, but this is about Nancy. I felt like her overall character development was terrible. Okay, she went from this sweet, innocent girl to like, all of a sudden she's like fucking Rambo. Alright, in the most unbelievable way possible. Alright, so, and I know a lot of people will say, well, she progressed over 5 seasons. Well, I think the 5 seasons was like a total of 4 or 5 years, like in the show. So you're telling me in 4 or 5 years she becomes a marksman, she's Rambo, she's like, can beat up anything. And then that wasn't the only female character they did that with. I think Dr. K or whatever. Let me see, Dr. K from the military. Let me see if I can pull up a picture of her. It was actually Sarah O'Connor from Terminator 2. So they also made this lady, which I think is like not even 5 foot tall, 100 pounds. Give me 1 second. Let me find a good picture. me see if I can find a good picture. Because this is just crazy, in my opinion. Like, what are we doing here? We're taking this woman and, like, we're taking this woman and we're making it seem like she can, like, beat up men. Like, there was this one, I think it was, like, either episode 5 or 6, where she, like, chokes this 6 foot tall, 250 pound Army veteran, and, like, she picks him up by his throat up against a fucking wall. And it's like, come on now. Can we, I know it's like a fantasy world based off like Dungeons and Dragons, but can we at least be a little bit fucking realistic? Because that's not going to happen in real life. And I know the whole thing, well, women can do all the stuff that men can do, which I find is horse shit. But can we please quit going over the top with our female characters in shows and movies and, like, you know, let's make it realistic. All right, and quit shitting on men every chance you get. And I kind of expect that from a Netflix series. It's either going to be gay or it's going to be feminist, or they're just going to overall shit all over white men. And that's pretty much what they did in this series. And like I said, when I'm invested in something I've watched like the first couple seasons, I'm going to finish it out. Okay, it's just the way it is. And then you have the whole character development of Will, which I find to be rather disturbing. And overall, this is pretty much how I feel about it. You know, the overall character development of Will, everybody knew he was gay in, like, season 3, I think. Like, everybody knew he was gay. We're like, eventually this is going to be a storyline. Eventually they're going to come out, and it's going to have to be that he's gay. Okay, and he's gay for Mike. Him and Mike, you know, that he wants to play grab ass with Mike. That's what we got to hear about. And it's like, dude, can we have one show like where you're not fucking gay in the show? And I'm not trying to be mean, man, but it's the truth. Every series has to have a gay or trans person in it, or some kind of woman that's like Rambo and all men are shit. And it's like, can we get back to making movies and TV shows that have a little bit of reality in them, because it's just, at this point, it's getting tiresome. And I'm not all about, oh man, everything's woke, which is fucking true, but I just think that whole thing is just kind of tiresome. Like, I think everybody's just getting liberal fatigue, all right? The same way people are getting black fatigue, I think people are getting liberal fatigue. And we're just tired of these brain dead liberals like killing this like TV shows and movies. Like, if you're a liberal and you're gay or like whatever you are, just keep it about the show. That's why I think the Breaking Bad series will go down as one of the best series in TV history, because I mean, I'm pretty sure Hank, the dude that plays Hank in Breaking Bad, is a liberal. The dude that plays Jesse's a liberal. And then the dude that plays Walt is a liberal. But you wouldn't fucking know that if you watched the show. Okay, there's no gay plots. There's no like strong push for fucking feminism. It's like just about a show about a teacher that makes meth, quits his job, makes meth, and becomes a fucking boss. Okay? So can we get back to that type of stuff? And I know not every show is going to follow that, but I just feel like it's tiresome at this point. And my daughter, she likes Stranger Things. She's like, what did you think about, because we watched episode 7 without each other. And she's like, well, what did you think about Will and at the end of that? And this is pretty much how I feel about it, just to let everybody know. So here we go.
Like girls.
You know what else is really gay? We're about to go to...
Hold on.
Now we're being followed by the Somalis.
I don't like girls.
You know what else is really gay? We're about to go to war with like an all-powerful interdimensional space being, and you made this about how you like getting your butt fucked, when most of you guys should be virgins because you're all children, and I don't really want to think about that. And
Exactly.
This girl's very obviously the bad guy, so we should all just kill her. And even if she's not, no one likes her. So I don't like girls.
And that's pretty much how I feel about Elle's sister too. It's like, come on, dude. Like, so the first half of the show is like them like killing Vecna and killing the Mind Flayer thing, and then the next hour is just like garbage all the way through, and it's like they're wrapping up all these storylines, and you had Nancy and Jonathan and Steve, and then the one girl, I don't know who the fuck she is. She's the lesbian girl. I can't remember what the hell is her name. It's not Holly. It's not Nancy. Man, what the fuck is her name? Let me look it up because it's gonna bother me if I don't do this. Let me see. Stranger Things cast. Cause I can't never remember this lady's name, and that's how forgettable her fucking that's how forgettable her character is to me. And I don't know why it just doesn't. Oh, okay, hold on. What is her damn name? And it's pissing me off. And I know it's gonna bother me. Stranger Things season 5 cast. Come on, man. Why can't I remember her name? Max, no. More items, hold on. Don't piss me off. Robin. God dang, dude, that took me forever. Robin. Rockin' Robin. Okay, that's the worst fucking character I've ever seen. It's just terrible, man. She's not good. Alright, she was not a good actress to begin with. And I just felt like they gave her all these lines because it was another LGBT storyline. Okay, she was a lesbian, okay? And I don't know. It was like at the end of the show, they had Steve, they had Robin, they had Nancy and Jonathan sitting on a rooftop talking about being adults and all this stuff, and it like fast forward 18 months and after, like, because Elle kills herself, okay? And I know I'm jumping around, but I'm trying to talk about like the lackluster. I felt Elle killing herself was just overall stupid. Everybody else got like a happy ending except for Mike and Elle. And it's probably because she was dating a white guy. I don't think that's really it. But I just think that it was a dumb storyline to do. Just go ahead and have, like, if you're going to not kill off any main characters, this is how I feel. If you're not going to kill off any main characters, then you should pretty much have everybody having a happy ending. Okay? Me personally, and I told my daughter this, is like, they should kill off about 4 or 5 of the main cast. It should, by the end of this, series, like the series finale, you should be feeling like the weight and pain of how dangerous all this stuff was, and like how close that the world almost, was taken over, type of thing. And you just never felt that the whole time you were watching the show. You never felt like it was anywhere close to them like losing. Like, and people dying. Like, I never thought, like, oh my God, Steve's gonna die, or Dustin's gonna die. And those are the only 2 characters I really gave a shit about, to be totally honest with you. Steve was your typical all-American white guy. All right, liked baseball. All right. Was, they portrayed him as like a misogynist or a sexist and like all this stuff, but as his character progressed, you just found out that he was just an awesome white dude. But anyway, I don't know. They kill Elle off, and then it like fast forwards like 18 months, and they're all standing on the Steve, Robin, Nancy, and Jonathan are standing on top of that rooftop and they're talking about being adults and all that stupid shit. And it was just dumb. Like, I thought that was kind of dumb. It was an okay way to go out, but I don't know. And then at the end, you had Mike. They're all sitting downstairs and they're playing Dungeons and Dragons, kind of like how the show started. And they're all talking about how they're talking about the campaign that they're playing, and then they started talking about Elle and how she died, and then Mike goes off on this big story about how she's not dead, she just left and went to some faraway land away from everybody so that nobody else would get hurt, and at the end of the show, it kind of just makes you not really know what the fuck is true, to be totally honest with you, and it's like, I don't know. I thought the overall ending was dumb. I thought they could have done more with it. I think the worst part of season 5 was Will coming out as gay. I mean, I just thought that whole thing was super dumb. And I'm not trying to be mean. I understand, there are gay people out there, but why? Why? What point? Like the video clip I just showed. Why is the time now for you to tell everybody? The world's getting ready to end and you're telling everybody how gay you are and that you don't like girls. Nobody fucking cares, buddy. And that's the thing. I just think that's the disconnect from these Hollywood elites. They don't understand what normal everyday Americans want out of a show, because we all like to be entertained, whether you want to admit it or not. Whether you're so far right wing where you're oh, I fucking hate everything that Hollywood puts out. And it's dude, to some degree you want to be entertained by some of these shows. I mean, just be realistic. All right? I still like The Walking Dead, even though I know half the actors and actresses in the show are fucking brain dead liberals. Okay, I understand that. I still find some enjoyment out of it. I still, deep down inside, believe that if the world ended tomorrow, that I would be able to learn something from The Walking Dead and be able to survive, all right? I'm kidding, all right? But I don't know. I just thought overall Stranger Things Season 5, character development-wise, I felt like Elle wasn't really in it a whole lot until episodes 7 and 8. And it was really? I just felt like it wasn't really centered around her. Episode 7, and it was I would say, what was it? Episode 4, 5, and 6 were more about Will and being gay and having gay superpowers to be able to. If you really think about it, the whole Vecna and Will relationship is super gay. Okay? And it kind of reminds me of this little clip I found on Instagram. So give me 1 second.
Can you see them, William? Do you know why I chose the children to reshape the world?
It's to start an island like Epstein.
Yes. No, it is because they are weak, easily controlled. And you were my first, William. I could see that you were different. I chose you
Because I'm gay.
Yet, no! Can you...
And that's pretty much, that's how I feel about their whole relationship. Gay. Alright. I got him when he was a little kid, and then did some fucking weird shit to him, and then that weird shit made him gay. I mean, overall, that's pretty sadistic message, if you ask me. But I wanted to give my thoughts and opinions on it. I've thought about doing this a lot more. Giving, I'm a right-wing guy, okay, period. I'm more of a conservative. I'm right-wing. I've thought about, reviewing these, different series and movies and, just overall TV shows and stuff, and reviewing some of these and giving my honest take from not only an enjoyer of entertainment, because I like to be entertained, bro. I like to watch shows. Okay, I like movies. I like action movies. I like all different types of movies, comedies, all that shit. But I want to start giving reactions to from my perspective, because a lot of people miss the subliminal messaging that they're putting in these movies, and it's if you watch everything has some kind of subliminal trans, gay, or feminist ideology intertwined into it. And it sucks, dude. It sucks. Can we just get back to making movies that are movies and have no message in it? Okay? And I don't care if it's a right wing, left wing, gay, trans. Let's just get back to making some badass movies. And I think really what it is that Hollywood's ran out of ideas, so to keep TV series fresh and movies fresh, they think the right thing to do is to put a gay person in it. Or attack men. And it's like, I don't think that's the right goal. So overall, I think I would give Stranger Things season 5, I would give it like a C-. Okay? It had some action in it. The storyline overall, I felt like it was kind of sloppy. Alright, it had a few intense scenes in it, but overall, you knew how it was going to end. You knew it was predictable that they were going to win. You knew not a lot of people were going to die. Okay? And I like my shows to be unpredictable, like Game of Thrones Red Wedding type of unpredictable. Okay? And even towards the end, Game of Thrones was predictable. And it's like, I think they just get to the end of these series and they don't know how to end them. And they just go full retard and make some trash. So, that's my honest opinion on Stranger Things Season 5. If you disagree with me, please drop a comment in the comments section, okay? If you like this video, please remember to like the video, share the video, subscribe to the channel. Be on the lookout for more reactions like this. I think that they'll also be shorter. This was like a series finale, so this episode's a little bit longer. But I'm aiming more like 15 minutes type of thing for each episode of a series that I review. Which I'm gonna start with the new season. I'm gonna start doing The Walking Dead. I'm gonna start doing. I might do, what was the other one? The other show. Oh, man, I can't remember what it's called. It's the Game of Thrones spin-off series. What is that? Ring of Fire or some shit like that. I didn't like the first 2 seasons of it, but I'm going to start, when they make season 3, I'm going to review it. Overall, I think that spin-off series has sucked. But I plan on doing some Walking Dead reactions. And then I'll look around. I'll see some other stuff, some movies and stuff that are coming out. I know there's a new Marvel movie coming out next year. So I'm going to start doing movies and TV series reviews. So be on the lookout for that. Hopefully you have a blessed day. God bless you. God bless your family. And God bless the United States of America. I'm signing out.
My people of this country and we're under attack. They banning us, they cancel us for speaking the facts. If you man enough, come stand with us, take USA back. And every time we pull up, all you're gonna see is American flag.